Morning. This is one of them thinking videos. Are you an adult or are you a child? That's really the question for today. When we were children, mom and dad took care of us, provided us a place to live, put food on the table, clothing on our backs, shoes on our feet, transportation, money for playing soccer or softball or baseball or football or whatever it was we did. And then we became adults. We got out of high school. We went to college. We got a job. Yeah. At some point, some of us chose to get married. Some of us didn't. Some of us chose to have children. Some of us didn't. But we made all these decisions on our own. And then, with the collapse and everything, I understand that people hit financial hard times, and a lot of people apparently, moved back home into mom and dad's basement, into mom and dad's backyard, in a tiny house, shed by any other name, or in with a brother and sister, or an aunt and uncle, or a grandparent. Yeah, and left them to provide for our housing needs and utilities and whatever else they may be providing. And don't get me wrong, I did it. When I got out of service in 78, before I went back in 80, I moved back home to Indiana. And, I lived with one of my sisters for a couple of months until I, was on my feet and found a place to live on my own. Had a job. But, having mom and dad or whoever relative provide us with housing and utilities and all that neat stuff is what children do, in my opinion. And yeah, it's okay to take advantage of that from time to time, but not forever. Not for extended periods of time. Extended periods of time being anything over, 90, 120 days, 3-4 months. See, because we're adults, or supposed to be adults, and adults do what they need to do to live, provide housing for ourselves, our wives, our children. Yeah. We're not supposed to depend on mom and dad, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents to do that for us. We're supposed to nut up and do what we need to do. And if you can't live in as nice a place as mom and dad had, keep this in mind. Mom and dad spent their life getting into that really neat house that they really, really like, that you like and wish you could have. But it's really not fair to infringe on them in the privacy of their home as they get older, just because you don't want to get a job or aren't really looking real hard for a job or whatever. And you are infringing on them and their freedoms, okay? Their freedom to do what they want in their home. I mean, they're old, but they're not dead. If they want to run around naked, they ought to be able to run around naked. But if you're there, you and your wife are there, you and your wife and your kids are there, then mom and dad are restricted from what they can do. So you're infringing on their freedoms. But your freedom's important to you and, doing what you want to do. But their freedom to do what they want in their own home that they paid for all these years apparently that's not important. So what we're getting at here is that when you move back home and you stay there for an extended period of time, over 3-4 months, you're really just being a leech, and you're really being a pain in the ass to mom and dad. No matter what they may say, okay, you're really being a pain in the ass, and they really don't want you there forever. Oh, sure, they love seeing their grandchildren and stuff, but they want their time alone in their house, and they've earned that right. But since you moved in, you know, they don't have that right anymore. They don't have that freedom. You are infringing on their freedoms and rights. Just like you say, the government's infringing on yours. So if the government shouldn't infringe on yours, why should you be allowed to infringe on whatever family member you happen to be living with? Their freedom and their rights. You shouldn't. As an adult, you need to get off your ass, and if you have to take a $7.25 an hour job, deliver pizzas, you know, work at Circle K, McDonald's, whatever, then that's what you need to do, because you chose to get out in life, you know, get a wife, get kids, whatever, and you're responsible for providing them with housing, groceries, utilities, transportation, clothing, and all that. You know, and I'm seeing more and more people in that situation that are just sitting on their ass at mom and dad's house and thinking life is good, sucking off the government tit, you know, getting some change off of, you know, YouTube AdSense, and going golfing every day or swimming every day or to the beach every day or hiking every day, and they think they just have life great. Well, doesn't mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, grandparents, don't they have the right to enjoy what they earned, what they invested in, what they have, without you being there all the damn time? I guess my point is, you can be a child and allow others to provide for you, or you can be an adult and provide for yourself and your family if you have one. Because you chose to have that family, you know, wife, kids. You need to take care of them. You know, it was all good when you were breeding at will, but now, you know, you need to nut up, be an adult, and do what you need to do. A child is taken care of by the family. An adult takes care of the children. Just my opinion. Hey, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment, and then do me a favor. You know, if you're gonna give me a thumbs down, tell me what is wrong with my theory, my opinion. Okay, you know, I don't mind the thumbs down; really don't bother me. But I'd love to hear why I'm wrong. Okay. And hey, subscribe if you haven't, and feel free to share this with someone if you'd like to. I have no problem with that. I'm not here for AdSense. I'm not here to make money on this videos. So please, feel free. And have a great day. Bye-bye now.